Bobbi Stricker joins us here on Wisconsin.golf after a third round 70 at the LPGA's Epson Tour Q School, pre-qualifying here in California. What I saw down the stretch was really good.
Yeah.
And it got you a couple birdies, got you a couple more, towards the good side.
Yep.
How did you feel about the day as a whole?
Yeah, really good. I gave myself the whole front nine. I made 9 pars, and I gave myself a lot of looks. Was stress-free, but also just kind of irritating because you are giving yourself these opportunities, and obviously could have capitalized on them, didn't. Then I made a bogey on 10, and kind of a little bit of a reality check, of just not to say I was just coasting through the front nine, but
Yeah.
kinda. I mean, it kind of got me going.
Yeah.
And yeah, made 3 birdies on the last 4 holes
That's right.
to shoot the 2 under. So I feel good. I did a lot of really good things at this course. There's a lot of T-balls out here that really get me nervous. They're just narrow and don't fit my eye. So managed well, didn't take driver when I maybe could have. I just got it in the fairway, and I think that's what set me up nice all day today.
It is the classic course at Indian Wells, and
Yeah.
it is a classic. I mean, does it remind you of anything you've played, substitute pine trees for palm trees, back in the
Yeah.
Midwest? It feels kind of old.
Yeah, it is kind
Old
of
school.
old. Yeah, it is. There's a lot of out of bounds here, and I don't play a lot of courses at home that have a lot of out of bounds. It's a lot of trees that make it narrow. So I don't know, and it's shorter.
Yeah.
Maybe like a bluff, kind of. But they don't have a lot of out of bounds there. You're just hitting it in the trees, and you can punch out. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's
But they've got a fair amount along the roads.
yeah, you're
Yeah.
right. You're right.
So I
You're right.
like that one.
You're right.
That's a good
Good
comparison.
point. But we are not at home.
No,
we are
no.
in California.
That's right. That's
totally
right.
different.
Totally different. And what did you have to do to overcome, and get to that mindset? I was talking to your dad.
Yeah.
When I've seen, the 5 of you play well in stretches this tournament, it's almost like you have a certain different spring in your step. Chloe
Yeah.
had it yesterday. I
Yeah.
saw a little of that in Tatum today.
Yeah.
And you down the stretch, I mean, you
Yeah.
got up and you picked a line and you
Yeah.
committed to it, and it seemed to work out.
Yeah. I know this about myself as an athlete too. When I have to do things, and I'm under pressure of I have only a few holes left to do it, and not I have there's a bunch of holes left. At the beginning I kind of got like that, and that's kind of what I mean by I kind of coasted through the front nine of okay, the backside, and when you kind of found me, I had less than 9 holes left, and knowing all right, you literally have to make something happen, or you are not going to be playing tomorrow, kind of thing. That I tend to have that pep in my step, and it's something that I'm working on, kind of trying to find that earlier.
Yeah.
Get that urgency feeling earlier.
Yeah. What was your major at UW again?
Journalism.
Yeah, dang it, that's what that is. That's a deadline.
It's procrastination.
That's
But
deadline.
But did you procrastinate?
Well, that's what a deadline is. You don't do
yeah.
You don't hit the deadline until you really have to hit the deadline.
Yes, literally.
That's why it's a deadline.
We talk about it in I talk with a mental coach, Kathy Hartwood.
Yep.
And she literally talked about, she's like, "Are you a procrastinator?" And I'm like, "Yeah, how did you know that?" She's like, "I don't know, just the way that you're talking to me about," and I was in school.
Yeah.
And when I need to do something, my work is brilliant.
Yes.
So yeah.
But and so now you get it's another shot at Dinah Shore,
Yeah.
and another shot. Have you been to a Sunday? You've been to Sunday 2 years ago.
Yeah, 2 years ago, yeah.
So what do you remember about that? And what's the the goal now is to get through the second stage,
Yeah.
right? You didn't do that
Yeah,
the
yeah.
first time, right?
Yeah.
So this is
Yeah.
an opportunity.
Yeah. Well, and making it to tomorrow doesn't really mean anything necessarily anymore, because you don't get any status to make it tomorrow. You have to make it through to get any status. So, yes, obviously, first goal was to make the Sunday, but I asked my dad before I put on 18. I was like, "Do I need this?" And he's like, "No, but let's get it." It's having that mentality. Even today when I was out here, okay, I want to get to under par because I want to set myself up good for Sunday. So I have good vibes at Dinah. I really like Dinah, and it's getting that urgency earlier, like I was talking to you about, just right away. And I did that, I feel like, at Dinah, or excuse me, yesterday at Palmer. I feel like I did that just right out of the gates, was fired up, and hopefully get that going tomorrow. so I can make it through.
Your short game and your putting are very good,
Thanks.
better than I think I saw last year even.
Thanks, yeah.
Is that, do you see progress there? Because it just seems like, I don't want to say you can get up and down from a phone booth, but you can certainly rely on that when you have to. Is that something now that you kind of checked off that that's going to be a strength from, thick and thin?
Yes. It has. I've worked hard on it and learning the different shots of opening the face, different shots, landing it soft, having it run. I'm way more confident than last year doing it, and it takes a lot of pressure off my iron game because it's like I don't feel like I have to. I mean, I want to hit the green, but you're not like tense over an iron shot of like, okay, well, if I miss the green, like my chances of getting up and down are not the greatest, and that is totally not my mentality anymore.
Right.
And to get aggressive, trying to chip in, stuff like that, which I never really thought. That was not my thinking last year. But yes, thank you. It's gotten better.
And I asked your dad, when he had his qualifying school days way back, in his day.
Yeah.
It's very similar to your progress. It took a few times, and and then finally he broke through to get to that final stage. And he said once he got to that next level, a lot of the pressure got off. And but at the same time, he had to continue to make improvement to put himself there.
Yeah.
Do you feel that your time? You never know when your time's coming, but you feel pretty good that it's now.
I do. If you think about all the times I've been here, they all are like completely different. And even the time that I made it through, like I've been trying to tap into that year because I definitely was not hitting it as well as I am now. And like the short game part, like I would say all areas are just better, so thinking back to the mentality and how I was then, it was like I was just confident in what I had, and just so target oriented. It wasn't about anything, which I kind of have gotten as I've gotten better at golf, like trying to get these, like making it look good. And when I made it through that year, it was like literally just, where am I going, where am I hitting it? And I knew my putting has always kind of saved me my whole like golf career. And I was rolling the rock. So I'm doing really well. I'm really happy with where I am. I've been trending really nicely all summer and been working really hard. So I hope it's my time, Rob. But if it's not, it's okay.
That's right. And then this is how many times to this Q school?
My fourth time.
Fourth time. So you made it your first time?
Second time.
Second time.
Yeah.
Through to Sunday.
Made it to Sunday my first time, didn't make it through.
Okay.
Made it to Sunday my second time, made it through.
Made it through, gotcha.
Did not make it to Sunday yet last year.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, so, and what will you do to get ready for tomorrow?
Great question. I don't even know what time it is. I know I'm hungry. I'll probably, just because it's like what I've been doing after every round, is just hit a few. Make sure the feelings are still good. Eat. We always look forward to dinner.
Did you do the same place every day last year?
Yep.
Are you doing the same place again every day this year?
Nope, but I have a feeling that we're going to go back. It's Cheesecake Factory.
Really?
Yeah, we went last night with a group of Mackenzie Hahn and Taylor McCorkle. And I shot 2 under today, so maybe we should go back there.
Maybe. What did you have?
It's the same thing every time. We get nachos to start, and then a salad.
Okay.
So good. And the bread that they give you.
Oh, yeah.
And then the Arnold Palmer is really good. I didn't get
really?
that last night, but that's really good.
Wow.
And we get Starbucks usually after our round.
Yeah.
Right now we'll probably get Starbucks. So.
Okay.
Yep, that's.
Well, I don't want to hold that up, so I think we should end this
let's
interview.
go.
All right, bye.